Hello students, today I am going to discuss with you how to make the classification of constitution. What are the basis on the basis of which the constitutions of various countries can be classified. There are number of ways in which classification of various types of constitutions can be made. Some of the ways in which the constitution can be classified are as follows. The first base for the classification of constitution is the formation of the constitution. On the basis of the formation of the constitution, constitution may be classified into two categories. The constitutions may be written constitutions. The constitutions may be unwritten constitution. What is the meaning of a written constitution? Written constitution is state constitution under which all the provisions of the constitution can be found in one place. That means to say, when we need not to go to any extra sources for the purpose of interpretation of any provision of the constitution, all the provisions of the constitution, when found in one place, that type of constitution is called written constitution. Let us take the example of written constitution. Indian constitution is a written constitution in which all the provisions of the Indian constitution can be found in one place in one bare act. If any clarification in the provisions of the Indian constitution is needed, then that can be clarified from the bare act of Indian constitution itself. So this is the first category of constitution, that is the written constitution. And second category of constitution on the basis of formation of constitution is unwritten constitution. Constitution is said to be unwritten constitution in which the provisions of the constitutional law are not given at one place. That means to say, when all the provisions of the constitutional law are not given at one place and we need to take the assistance of number of sources, then that type of constitution is said to be unwritten constitution. The best example of unwritten constitution is the Constitution of UK, which is an unwritten constitution in which provisions of the UK constitution are not given at one place. For getting the clarification of various provisions in UK constitution, one need to take the help of judicial decisions, one need to take the help of common law as well as various conventions. So this is the first base of the classification of constitution on the basis of formation of constitution and on the basis of which the constitution may be written constitution or unwritten constitution. Now let us discuss the second base for the classification of constitution, which is based on the basis of vesting of power between the center and unit government. And on this basis, the constitution may be classified into two categories. On this basis, constitution may be unitary constitution or federal constitution. What is the meaning of a unitary constitution? A constitution is said to be unitary constitution when the constitution set up one central government will with full power, and all the main powers of the constitution are vested with the central government. That means to say, when the state government has no power and when state government has only those powers which are given to the state governments by the central government, that type of constitution is known as unitary constitution. On the other hand, when there is a division of powers between the center and state government, and when no one is superior to each other, then that type of constitution is said to be the federal constitution. In India, there is a division of power between the center and state government, which is given in the three list of seventh schedule of the constitution. And these three lists are union list, state list, and concurrent list. Under the union list, only the central government is entitled to make the laws on the items which are given in the union list. In state list, only state government is entitled to make the law, not the central government is entitled to make the law. Whereas in the third list, which is the concurrent list, both the central and state governments are entitled to make the law. So, in this way, we can say that the Indian constitution, to some extent, is the federal constitution because there is division of power between the central and state government. But in certain cases, in our India, the central government becomes more powerful than the state government. And when the normal classification of division of power between the central and state government becomes suspended, at that time the central government becomes more powerful and it takes the form of unitary constitution. So what is right to say about the Indian constitution, whether it is the federal constitution or whether it is the unitary constitution? In India we can say that it is neither pure federal constitution nor pure unitary constitution. Indian constitution is quasi federal constitution or quasi unitary constitution, or we can say that Indian constitution is a mixture of federal as well as unitary constitution. Now we are going to discuss the third base for the classification of constitution, that is when the classification is based on the basis of the power of amendment of the constitution, then at that time constitution may be flexible constitution or rigid constitution. What is the meaning of flexible constitution? A constitution is said to be flexible constitution when the provisions of the constitution can be amended or when the constitution can be changed very easily. That means to say, when the procedure for the amendment of the constitution is simple, when the procedure for the amendment of constitution is not lengthy, then at that time the constitution of that country is said to be flexible constitution. On the other hand, what is the meaning of rigid constitution? A constitution is said to be rigid constitution when it is very difficult to amend the provisions of the constitution. That means to say, when there is complex procedure involved for the amendment of the constitution, then the constitution is said to be rigid constitution. It is very important to note here, I am not saying that rigid constitution cannot be amended. I am just saying that procedure which is involved for the amendment of rigid constitution is very complex. Let us see whether the constitution of India is rigid constitution or flexible constitution. In India, the constitution of India can be amended under the provisions of Article 368 of Indian Constitution. Some provisions of the Indian Constitution can be amended by simple majority, whereas some provisions of the Constitution require the complex procedure that needs special majority for their amendment. What is the difference between simple majority and special majority? Majority is said to be simple when any bill can be passed by more than 50% of the members of a house. When any bill can be passed by more than 50% of the member of a house, then at that time the majority is said to be simple majority. Whereas majority is said to be special. Majority is said to be special when any bill is required to be passed firstly by more than 50% of the member of that house, total member of a house, plus by more than two-thirds of the member of the house who are present and voting at the time when the bill is required to be passed. So this is the basic difference between simple and special majority. Now, what is the conclusion? Whether the Indian constitution is flexible constitution or rigid constitution. In India, as the Indian constitution provided the provision of Article 368, so we can say that Indian constitution is flexible constitution. There are many provisions of the constitution which are easy to amend. So we can say that Indian constitution is flexible, but not all the provisions. Some provisions require the special majority which are very difficult to amend. So we can say that Indian constitution is neither too flexible nor too rigid. Indian constitution is a mixture of flexibility and rigidity. Whether the constitution is a living document, answer is yes. The nature of constitution of any country is of a living document. What is the meaning of living document? Living document is that document which is going to change with the passage of time. And Indian constitution and the constitution of many countries requires changes with the passage of time. Our Indian constitution is a living document because it is going to change with the passage of time. It means to say that with the passage of time, constitution of a country must change. So this is something about the classification of constitution. If you like my lectures, then please subscribe my channel and share it more and more. And do not forget to take the notes from lawarticles2020.blogspot.com to get the complete revision of my lectures. Thank you very much.